Let's get it.
The Sportz Nuts are back.
You are now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Yes, welcome everybody. We are so honored that you continue to choose us as your one-stop shop for the best sports talk show there ever was. I hope you guys had a fantastic week so far. I know I had a good week. I wanted to give a special shout out though to everybody who is tuning in on 95.5 KFCE, TigerNation.live, and the other 8 radio stations that we air in, as well as the 41 other countries we air in now. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to us that you entrust us for those 90 minutes each time we come live. It really does make a huge difference. Y'all, we have a absolute gem of an episode lined up tonight. We have our good friend. His name is Tyler or McBride, however you want to go by. He is in production for radio production, but he's also a ringside, I believe, ringside caller for wrestling. He'll get more in that in just a minute. But then afterwards, we still have our NFL mock draft. God, man, I'm really excited about this. And this is round 2. Remember, we had round 1, had a really good turnout. Excuse me. Had a really good turnout the first time. And our guy Ben will be with us momentarily. Really excited on that one. But my man sitting next to me, Shane Owen, man. Happy hump day, as you like to say. Now it all just goes downhill from there, right, man?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I had kind of a short week, so it's really in the middle and downhill for me. But just kind of caught everything up with where I'm at. So no more overtime for right now. So that extra hour of sleep tomorrow morning is really calling my name here after the show tonight. But man, I hate to miss Monday. I know y'all had a great show. I was watching, definitely. But man, definitely ready to get back at it. Man, good to be here. Great for everybody tuning in and listening. But man, I'm ready to get into it with Tyler. Seems like we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to talk with him. Tyler and we've been messaging back and forth, and it's I mean, you know, every time I get the chance to talk to new people, it's actually a lot of fun. And you know, Tyler just relayed this to me that he the most I think he's ever gotten to announce in front of is like 2 million or something like that. And I was like, well, you know, just a little more than that for what we're doing, but we are absolutely honored to have him on. I want to give everybody a quick update. Also, as you guys do see, Matt is not here. Remember, it is spring break week in his area. So he and his family are in Disney World. So shout out to
Mickey Mouse. Woohoo!
But shout out to Matt enjoying Disney World. I haven't been to Disney World since I was 8 years old. That was a long time ago.
I expect to see a picture with some ears there, Matt.
I know, right, Matt? We want to see the Mickey ears.
Yeah. Don't make me make a mascot for the next show just because you won't send us the picture.
Exactly. Could you imagine seeing Matt with those Mickey ears on? Just all it's just a Matt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, but and then Ben, as you guys see, he will be joining us momentarily. I also want to give an update on my knee. Today I started officially my physical therapy at ATI, which is, they're not a sponsor of us, but ATI is where I'm getting my rehab done on my knee replacement. And yeah, he absolutely worked me to the bone today. So I hurt. So if you see me grimacing a couple times, it's just because I'm trying to get comfortable. My knee is not comfortable. I have an ice pack on, so it is what it is. But guys, I'm excited for not only for our guests, but I'm excited to do this mock draft. Remember last time we did it was the first round. Our good friend Abe Gordon, which by the way, he will be on with us again this Friday. So shout out to Abe Gordon. Really excited to talk with him. But he said he's excited to see the second round of the NFL mock draft. We had a great turnout for the first round. This one's going to be even better. So with that being said, Shane, are you ready?
Hey, let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, guys, please stand up if you can. Give a round of applause. He is the man himself. What's up, Tyler? How you doing, man?
How's it going, guys?
Good, man. Hey, you got a little bit of a little following going on in the comments here. You just actually had this one person saying, "We want Tyler." So
hey, he knows both. What can I say? He knows both.
There you go, man. But man, Tyler, I want to say, dude, seriously, thank you so much for coming on to the show. I mean, obviously, like I was saying, anytime I get a chance to have new guests come on, it really is a lot of fun. Shane will allude to it. If Matt were here, he would say it. Ben will also allude to it. We have a lot of great guests that come on. It's so much fun. Sorry, I'm moving. We have a lot of fun getting to interact with our guests. We have one guy, actually, you might have just heard me comment that, or seen the comment. This is our guy, Snowman. He's actually going to be coming on in a little bit as well. So when I tell you, we have a lot of people who tune in, and we have a lot of people tune in. But man, how are you doing? And let everybody know real quick, just a little bit about you. Obviously, like your age. I mean, I know you're a youngin', but let everybody know your age and what you do.
I'm pushing Unk.
Oh no, calm down.
Right now, you are the youngest one on this panel, sir.
I mean, I'm 26, so I'm pushing 30, which is essentially 40, which is essentially Unk at this point.
Well, I'm only 10 years ahead of you, and I don't like that math.
Oh man, but all right, so I got to get into it. I've been in this industry for a very long time. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Shane's been more so with us for someone just said I must be grandpa. What? This guy said I must be okay.
I think he's saying he's older.
I'm the well, I don't know how old that person is, but I'm the oldest on this panel. I'm 41, about to turn 42. So I'm not no spring chicken anymore. But I've been in this industry for a very long time. I have a lot of fun doing this. Shane's been in this for about 2 years now with me. Matt's been doing this for a long time. Matt is actually our producer of the show. So everything you see is really him, and Shane, all the background stuff that Shane does it. Shane is my director, actually, and the general manager of the show. So anything we do, if you ever watch, he's kind of like doing this. He's keeping me on par with the timing. So, but man, I want to go into this, and I'm excited to talk to you. What got you into being a producer in radio? I mean, you could have chosen any career. You're still young, so any career you could have chosen. But what made you want to be in production?
So when I was 18, I joined the Army, and I actually joined as a broadcaster. So I was overseas for 5 years, had my own radio show. I was a radio show host. I did radio news. I've done TV news. And when I got out of the Army, I moved over to the civilian side. Fortunately, they didn't have any radio show host positions available, but they had producers. So, South Bend Cubs, Notre Dame football, basketball, hockey, women's basketball, Indianapolis Colts, Detroit Lions. I've produced them all. Man,
that's where it's cool. I've had the privilege of producing Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Falcons. I did stuff for UGA. I've done stuff for University of Hawaii, all that kind of stuff. And it really just something about it. It just strikes a chord differently. I mean, Shane can even allude to it. It's just something about this industry that, man, it's so much fun. Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, touch on that point a little bit. It's just something about everything having to be in tune with every different sport kind of deal. It makes you appreciate it just a little bit more. But man, Tyler, man, great to have you on with us this evening, and man, great for you to share with our viewers and listeners and everybody out there, as well as your fan base on kind of who you are. And so that's what I want to get into. I know, like you touched on, you're a producer for all these different sports-based kind of shows on the radio. But man, what are you about? Who is Tyler, and what sports get him going?
Oh man, what? So this is going to be kind of a deep cut, right? But my favorite sport to watch, I haven't gotten to work it at all, unfortunately, is indoor football. Like the IFL is my favorite league. I'm a big Fisher Freight fan. I try to go to some games every day. But if indoor football is not on, I will watch pretty much. I'd watch underwater aquatics if it was on TV. I just love sports.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm frequently on ESPN, whether they're showing like cornhole axe throwing or it's the NBA finals. I can guarantee you I'll be tuned in.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We actually have a good buddy of ours. His name is Jason Hall. He actually plays for the Arena Football League. He's come on our show 3 times. He actually was just on a couple episodes back, and he went from playing for the Tri-County River Gators. Now he plays for the Mississippi Wolfpack. And then we also have a good buddy of mine. His name is Vince. He is the head coach of the Midwestern Bulldogs. So it's always fun to talk to people who know the arena football landscape. Hello, it's sports. Sports are it's just something about sports, and we always talk about how sports unifies everybody and just brings everybody together. It's just amazing. But, one thing we didn't touch yet is you are, I guess, kind of a ringside caller for wrestling or boxing. Can you share a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, so it's a ring announcer. So think Bruce Buffer. I do the same thing. I've done it for pro wrestling. That's who I'm rocking on my jacket right now. Fantastic League of Wrestling. I've done it for boxing. I've done it for MMA. That's pretty much my goal in life, is to become a full-time ring announcer. But until I can sign a contract, I'm producing sports on the radio as well.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hustlers got to hustle.
That's right. There's always opportunities. Yeah, there's always opportunities for everything. And, I tell everybody, and this is a phrase that I coined a lot, is Rome was not built in a day. And people think that, it's got to be instantaneous. No, it takes time. Heck, I've been doing this for almost 30 years and everything. We just amassed our 100th subscriber today. But we're still growing. We're not satisfied. We want to get more and more into it. And we have a lot of fun doing this kind of stuff. And, what was the most signature moment you have gotten to produce on the radio to date so far?
So I'm not a Lions fan. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm originally from Missouri, so I'm all about the Chiefs and Royals. I did the Lions and Commanders game. I believe it was last year, that playoff game where Detroit just didn't stand a chance. That was probably the most entertaining game I've ever produced because there was just so much action all of the time.
Nothing wrong. I like that. Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah. Well, Tyler, we were talking about kind of the combat sports that you're into, be it MMA, boxing, wrestling, and you being a producer for a show and a potential and probably a future ring announcer, I could see. What do you think of the UFC going directly to Paramount and doing that kind of deal with all the free type stuff, the ESPN now expanding with the WWE, it kind of only leaves the AEW there with TBS as kind of the same kind of consistent basis wrestling or combat sports program on. Can you give us your thoughts on kind of those three kind of deals on that front?
As far as the UFC moving to Paramount, I personally love it because I am not a massive UFC fan, but like if it's on at like a B-Dubs or someplace, like I'll watch it. If it's on FanDuel, I'll bet on it. But it being on Paramount where it's actually accessible and you don't have to pay for every single pay-per-view makes it, I love that idea. Like how WWE used to be on Peacock before they moved to ESPN. All you did was pay for Peacock and everything was right there for free. I mean, not for free, it's your cost of the subscription.
$7, yeah.
Yeah. Which, $7 for an entire company's history library, and then also their premium live events. Like, you can't beat that deal.
What? All right. So first of all, I gotta say thank you for obviously serving your country. We're big advocates for that kind of stuff. But when you were overseas, what was kind of like that defining moment when you said, you know what, I want to be in radio or broadcasting? What was it that in overseas that got you say, you know what, this is what I want to do permanently?
So like I said, I was a morning show host, as an afternoon show host. I'm the youngest to ever win the Best in Europe award for DJs, and I believe I'm also the youngest to ever win it twice. A couple people won it twice, but I believe I'm the youngest to ever win it. So, to be there 5 years and win that award twice was amazing to me. And I got to do a guest spot for Radio Bayern, which is a radio station in Munich, and they have 2 million live listeners. And to be able to go on there and talk in front of 2 million people was an absolutely insane experience.
Yeah, when I when I did my internship, I started at a small town, and then I moved up in the ranks, and it really you don't visualize like, oh my God, I'm talking on this thing right here, and there's like 5 or 7 million people listening on their side. It kind of gets you like, oh God, I'm really talking to a lot of people, and it can make you get a little overwhelming and a little nervous. I mean, we've had a lot of greats come on our show. We had the voice of the Atlanta Hawks, Bob Rathman, is on, and we asked him one of the questions, like, what goes into a typical like game day preparation for him. And he told us it's a lot. We've had a lot of people tell us it takes a lot, and it's a lot to do. I mean, Shane will tell you that, I start doing the rundown 2-3 days before in advance. Like an example, I've already started working on Friday's rundown, and today is Wednesday. So, I mean, that's just give an example on that one. But what goes into a typical, because I see you post a lot of stuff about, you got wrestling coming up or ringsides or whatever's. What goes into a typical day for you as far as production wise?
So as far as the sports production side goes, typical day is just trying to figure out like our commercial library, when our spot breaks are going to be, trying to line that up, especially with the people that are actually broadcasting the game, like the commentators, just giving them cues to bring them into a game, letting them know when commercial is, letting them know when they're back. That's pretty much all it is. It's a lot of button pressing and editing. Like I'll record highlights or I'll record awesome calls the broadcasters made. Last night, just did a South Bend Cubs game, which, I'm repping SB on the hat for those that see. Got to rep my South Bend Cubs. But yeah, doing highlights, doing commercials, pretty much all the background work that nobody ever sees. But if I mess up, they'll know.
People don't realize that there's a lot that goes into this. And I mean, and I always tell people, and I say, if you are the only one that knows you've messed up, then you're golden right there. And I messed up, and you'll hear me, I said, "Dadgum, Brandon, you talk much." That's what I'll say. And it's kind of comical, because if you laugh about it, good, you're good. But if you sit there and think, oh my God, and you dwell on it, then you're going to start dwelling on it, and it's going to distract you from the whole realm of everything. Hey, look who has joined us, man. Our guy, Ben Willis. Ben, how are you doing, man? Welcome.
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. All right. So,
Good,
Ben,
man.
it's good to see you as always. Ben, I know you have a couple questions for Tyler. Go ahead, man.
First, Tyler, welcome to the show, my friend. It's an honor for you to be here. It's an honor to see you here. My question to you is, what made you become, a big old fan of the team that you're of? What was it, like a hometown team?
So I mean, you got to talk about which sport specifically. So like college sports, it's MIZ all day. I'm from Missouri, like I said, so I'm all about the Tigers. I know
True, baby.
Shane is a South Carolina guy, and I see you got Alabama stuff.
I'm Virginia Tech.
He's Virginia Tech.
Oh,
guy.
Virginia Tech. Okay.
Yeah. But I used to live in South Carolina, and you have a choice. It's either Clemson or South Carolina. Luckily, being a Virginia Tech fan, I was able to kind of slip in there, but I had to choose one at a time. So kind of Carolina is that kind of go-to on that. So I mean, I can tell you a little bit about the real Columbia if you want.
I mean, I was stationed at Jackson in Columbia for about 2 months, so
Okay.
I'm vaguely familiar with the area.
Oh yeah, you know about the asphalt jungle.
As far as like football goes for the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs. So like I said, I'm from Missouri.
Yeah, you actually have a reason to be a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, the first half of my life was rough, believe me. Like, baseball, Royals, hockey. I'm gonna go St. Louis Blues. Basketball, Miami Heat, because I got my first ever NBA video game. It was Shaquille O'Neal on the cover. I didn't know anything about basketball, so I was like, okay, well, this team's on the cover. Let me play as them. And then
Ben's got you covered on that.
Ben is our Miami Heat guy.
Baby.
Udonis Haslem's my favorite player of all time.
I got a Dwayne Wade jersey sitting behind me. So
yeah, Ben's our
Uncle
Miami
Haslam, baby. Uncle Haslam.
Now that's the true one.
That is,
that's all right there.
All right, Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, I was just kind of picking up on things as we're sitting there talking to you, man. I got to say, man, we're having a great time. But man, I see it in your background there. You might be a little bit of a sneakerhead or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you kind of explain that? And,
that's about half the collection.
Yeah. Well, kind of let us know where that got started and maybe some of your favorite pairs.
So it started when I was overseas and it was COVID, and I was 21 years old. We weren't allowed to go anywhere, so I was like, "What can I spend my money on?" So it was. I became a sneakerhead, just like that.
Typical young fella is to sit there and talk about the shoe. I love it. My favorite pair of shoes that I had growing up. I don't know if you remember this, but Scottie Pippen made a pair of shoes a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And God, I think I was 15 at the time. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember I got that pair of shoes. I thought I was a kid on cloud nine. I'm like, man, I got the best looking shoes in the world and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I go to school the next day and someone goes, oh, man, look at the new Jordans. I'm like, really? That just kind of like defined what I had just done all that work for. I got the cool looking shoe, but nope. Back then, I worked for a store called Finish Line. I don't think they're no longer in existence, but yeah,
I think maybe in some malls like the
yeah, there's a Finish Line at my mall.
This person just said Tyler has the freshest shoes in the wrestling industry. And man,
like I said, he's
even better than Shane O'Mac.
I don't know. He's got millions. I'm working with hundreds.
Yeah. There's a few digit difference.
As far as the
show them Ninja Turtles.
I got Ninja Turtle shoes.
Oh, we did show them.
Those are
so I gotta find them real quick.
Yeah, you gotta find them and show them. We gotta see the Ninja Turtle shoes.
Here's one pair.
Yeah, I see your shoe game is on point, bro.
Oh, look at that! He really does have Ninja Turtle. That is so cool.
Nice.
I got the other ones too, but they are currently in my wrestling bag. So
yes, see,
I might have to buy some shoes off you, bro. For real.
I wear all mine, so I wear them all. I ring announce on TV, so every show I wear a different pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, I'm a true.
Are you a StockX kind of guy, or are you eBay?
Appreciate it.
I'm a GOAT guy. I get all my stuff from GOAT.
Yes.
Store.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the being a sneakerhead has just somehow become part of like my gimmick, you could say, as a ring announcer. So like on my lower thirds on videos and stuff, it says the man with the sick kicks on the mic stick. That's kind of like my tagline as a ring announcer.
That's a great tag. Yeah, great tag.
Yeah, really, that's pretty awesome. All right, Ben, go ahead, man.
Another question I do have for you, being a Mizzou guy that you are, how high, do you think Zion Young could go in this NFL draft? Like, what is the absolute, like, the highest pick you could see him go?
If he doesn't go first round, I'll be shocked. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, most of my drafts, I see him going second round, so that shocks me.
Chiefs need a linebacker. Chiefs need defense. They need somebody. Zion can play anywhere. Like,
I'm hoping they pass to Monsieur Delane.
If the Chiefs don't pick up one of the Notre Dame running backs, they're going to need somebody on defense.
Yeah, I think they're looking at him in the second round, but I think they're picking too early to be in that spot for him, though.
I question his ability. I question his ability to consistently stop the run. That's why I say I don't know if he'll go first round.
That's also something that can be taught at the next level, though. Like, Missouri's defense is not
to some degree.
This past year was rough for the team. Like, had a great first half, and then they played real comp, and it did not go very well.
Sure. All right, Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, back on the combat sports side, man, kind of want to get your thoughts on the UFC event that's coming up this year on the White House lawn. Kind of what you think about that, and then any other kind of UFC events that you're kind of looking forward to and highlighting throughout the season.
As far as it being at the White House, I think it's pretty cool. I love seeing sporting events take place where sports normally don't take place. Like there's this company in Japan. Their name is DDT. They ran a wrestling show inside of a literal cave. And it was just like the sickest background I've ever seen. So getting to see, it's part of the beauty with baseball too, where the fields, the stadiums, nothing's the same. Like all basketball courts are the same size, all football courts are the same size. Anyway, anytime you can switch up the visuals, it's awesome. That's why like the NHL's outdoor series gets some of the highest views all year. Just because it's something different.
Yeah, that's our favorite that they talk about is hockey. I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, and Shane's a Carolina Hurricane. I don't know, Ben. Who is your NHL team? I don't think you ever told us if you had an NHL team.
Be a homer.
Be a homer. But I mean, if I had to pick one,
do not say the Florida Panthers.
St. Louis Blues.
Be a homer.
All right, well, I guess I can't say my team. I guess I can't say.
No, who is it, Ben? Is it Florida Panthers?
No, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, I like the Heat and I like the Dolphins, so might as well keep it there,
I mean, yeah, it checks out.
That's one of the, I don't know if you've ever been there, Tyler, to see the Florida Panthers play. They play it literally their arena is like in someone's backyard. It's so weird. It's so dilapidated, I guess you could say. I've had the privilege of going to see Tampa play Florida Panthers regularly because I lived in Tampa, and every time I went to see them play, I was like, man, this arena is so, it's musty. It's not exactly like something you want to write home to mom about. Yeah, kind of saying, but there are some of those places you go to, you're like, man, this is it. Like, where am I? I mean, have you ever had that kind of experience? You go to an arena that you're calling or whatever, and you're like, man, this place is not what I was expecting.
This is going to be a hot take because I've been there multiple times, but Lucas Oil.
Really?
I've been there for football and I've been there for the WWE, and the place itself is beautiful. I don't have any complaints, but my biggest complaint with that is their food selection. Everything there, no matter where you're at in the stadium, is just hot dogs, nachos, popcorn. Like when I go to Arrowhead, they have like different restaurants and different types of foods you can get all around the stadium. And Lucas Oil, that's just not there.
That's a letdown. All right, Shane, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, Tyler, thanks again for joining us this evening, man. We really do appreciate it. Being the Chiefs guy and us, fixing to get into the mock draft round 2 that we've got. What do you think the Chiefs would be looking at with your guy from Mizzou still on the board here with their early pick in the second round?
I mean, if he's on the board, absolutely go after him. And like, Chiefs need so many things, but the problem right now is cap space. And, you know, Travis Kelce's getting older. He's going to need a replacement soon. Pretty much everybody but Mahomes and Butker, the kicker, are probably up for grabs. Like, we really need receivers. We really need corners. We really need running backs. It's got to be something in there.
We also got Kenneth Walker, though, right?
I mean, yeah, but
you
can't have one running back
as well.
You got to have a 2-piece combo.
What about Rashard Smith? Elevate him to the second running back.
Decent, but I'm thinking Price or Love from Notre Dame is going to be like, I think one of those two guys, if not both of them, will be superstars in the future.
Wow.
Okay.
I dig it.
Okay, yeah, I like it, Tyler, and you know, man, like I said, man, we thoroughly enjoyed this with you this evening, and man, we hope we can connect again and get back together and do this again. But can you let everybody out there listening and watching know kind of your next ringside events that you got coming up, and kind of where they can find you on all your socials? Where they can find you on your socials and everything else like that, where to follow your content as well.
So as far as socials go, Facebook, just look up Tyler Shade, hit the follow button. Instagram is going to be that Ty Guy 3. As far as where I'm ring announcing here soon, I will be in Knox, Indiana for Fantastic League of Wrestling, April 18th. That's my home fed. I'll be in Danville, Indiana, April 26th for Warrior Pro. Danville's essentially Indianapolis. I'll be in Marion, Indiana, May 2nd for ICW. Then making the trip out to Eaton, Ohio for Midwest Premier Wrestling, May 9th. May 27th, I will be at Butler Park in Chicago with Fantastic League of Wrestling. We are partnering with the Special Olympics to put on a show for all the athletes. And there's going to be about 6,000 Special Olympics athletes there. So very, very super excited to do that show. It's going to be the most people I've ever ring announced in front of live. And, you know, it's partnering with the Special Olympics. It's a great cause. I love partnering with them. We did one with them last year for about 1,000 people out in Chicago. So got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And then, Shane, I did have one question for you before we leave, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What's the deal with Poop Sports?
I knew he was going to ask that.
So my mom, as I was playing sports and stuff like that, she's very vocal, to say the least. And a nickname for me was Shaney Poo. And so my sister kind of took that, and instead of just doing Shaney Poo, it went the Poops. And so now with my,
we gotta get you a better nickname, brother.
Hey, man, you know, it's I normally do the Shane O'Mac. I know you're real familiar with that.
What about Shane O'Poops? Just combine the two.
No. I like the Uncle Poops. It kind of works, and you know, when you're out there with those youngins, and they say that, people turn and look, and it's pretty funny. So I enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, "Wait, what?" I had to do a double take.
I was like, "Is nobody gonna address this?"
The first time they said that, I was like, "Wait, what?" And then it would get even better. My wife was like, "Did they really just call him Poops?" I was like, "Yeah, that's his nickname." And so he had to explain that to my wife too, and she was like, "Wow, that's kind of interesting uniqueness." So whenever he comes over to the house, we're like, "Uncle Poops." So we say that because of my kids. I have 4 girls, and they'll call him Mr. Shane, or they call him Uncle Shane or Uncle Poops. They'll say either one of them.
Uncle
Anybody
Poops is crazy.
Anybody will call him that. That's his thing, you know. I mean, and Ben has not come to my house yet. He will be soon, though. I mean, because he's part of the team. So here's how it all formulated.
But they call me that. I own it. So
yeah, he does. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can't run away from a name like that.
That'll be stuck for life with him.
One bit.
And the way we all got together, and then I'll let you go. Is when I met my wife, and she was like, you're always talking sports. And you have your own sports talk show because I don't know half the stuff you're saying. And yes, I'm a girl dad times 4. I got 4 beautiful girls. And he just said that he is a girl dad too. Girl dads rock. Like I said, I've been in this industry for almost 30 years. And so my wife was like, you need to have your own sports talk show. So I thought about the name and I had it for a few years. And then in July of 23, my whole world was rocked. I had a widowmaker heart attack. I had quadruple bypass. I was only given a 12% survival rate. And here I am going on 3 years past, and I'm kicking and I still have pain. I'll even show you. So there's my wound from my open heart surgery. I was like, I need to do something that's better for me. Well, I worked at a radio station, and after my heart attack, they really declined on my hours. And I was like, I need to do something that's beneficial for me. The day my 4th daughter was born, they let me go up inside my heart. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something that's beneficial for me. I had already started my show. I wasn't doing too much about it. And then after my daughter was born, I was like, I'm gonna go hard on this, and that's what I did. And as you see, it's taken off with over 6,000 subscribers and whatnot. And when I started this, I actually started with the artist formerly known as someone's brother-in-law. Actually, also started the show with us, and then Shane. He said, Shane is my brother-in-law, and I was like, oh hey, let's bring him on. And then Shane and I connected like instantly. And so then my guy Matt is on the show, and then Ben came on to a couple, actually multiple episodes of us doing the training days, where we did like last season. We did a lot of in-depth looks at all 32 teams in NFL training camp and stuff. And Ben was there, and I was like, man, Ben, and I'll tell you this, Ben knows his stuff like that. I mean, he is phenomenal. So if you ever want to talk sports, message Ben. Ben is your dude. He will happily talk sports. He's great with that. And so I was like, I really like him. And so Ben and I started talking, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring you on. I want to see what my guy's thinking. I talked to Shane. Shane goes, please. That was the first thing he says, please get him on the show, because we had a blast with Ben every time. Matt really enjoyed him. And so I was like, Ben, would you like to be a part of the team? And
I get to talk to him more than just at, like, Thanksgiving and all the family stuff that we do.
Shane is Ben's cousin. Ben's cousin.
Sadly.
So sadly.
Second cousin. He's a generation behind.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, man, I appreciate you, man. We're going to have you on again. And, man, we're going to stay in touch. Does that sound good, sir?
Absolutely. Is there any chance I can give some quick shout outs, or do you have to go to commercial break?
No, go ahead. Seriously.
Go ahead.
All right. So I want to give a shout out to my guy, Spaceman Red. Stream his music on Spotify. He actually is the one who created my entrance song. So I'm very grateful for him. Also, Fantastic League of Wrestling, who I'm a regular with. That's my home federation. Functified Wrestling Federation, ICW, Midwest Premier Wrestling. These are all different places that you can catch me at pretty much monthly. And if you are anywhere around the U.S., let your local wrestling company know to bring in the best ring announcer in the country. Very underrated. And, maybe I'm not there, but I'm going to say I am. Let them know to bring in Tyler Shade. I just want to thank all 3 of you guys for letting me be on here. This is an absolutely massive platform, and I've been very excited all day and looking forward to this.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you, Tyler, and I want you to enjoy your evening. And I'm watching basketball right now, man, but go watch some sports, have some dinner, man. We'll talk soon. Sound good, brother?
Sounds good. MIZ. Don't forget.
Go Miz.
Thanks for coming on, Tyler.
We'll see you, bro.
Oh, man, dude, that was so cool. All right, guys, so we actually have a special guest, and we're going to talk you know who he is. Yes, he is in the background right now, and you know who he is. But we're going to do, this is what I'm excited about. It is round 2 of the NFL mock draft with the Sportz Nutz. But the man we're about to bring on is our good friend, He comes on often. He comments regularly. He is a hoot to talk to, but my man, Snowman. What's up, Snow? How you doing, brother?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you tonight?
Good, man.
good.
Thank
How are you?
you.
Just a moment.
Well,
Let me get my production in gear. Round 2 of the mock draft.
Let's get it. We are ready.
see who the Niners are gonna get.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Do I see a Dolphins fan up in the corner?
Yes.
That's right, baby.
Oh yeah.
305,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. This is where I inaugurate myself to you, and just know I'm picking at you and I'm having fun. Y'all haven't had a quarterback since Dan Marino. What's up with that?
Hey, no. Tua Tagovailoa led the league in passing yards in 2022. No.
Yeah, Tua turned the ball over, as my great friend A. Pizzle would say. He had more turnovers than passing yards, which is a
Not that
lie,
year.
but I try it.
Oh man,
I-
but Snowman, it is so good to see you, man. It really is.
Hey, it's great to see you, man. It's great to see everybody here tonight. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, Brian, how come every time you come on, you come up, I just hear a Jeezy song playing in the background?
I'll tell you exactly why, because you were not the first to make that comparison. Okay. That's exactly why.
Love it. So let's get into it.
But I'm the original and the best.
There you
Period.
go. Hey, no, Tyler, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you, buddy, as always.
Yeah, thanks for
Seriously,
coming
we had
on,
a blast. Tyler, I'm gonna have you talk to my guy right here, Snowman. He wants to have you on his show, man. So I'm gonna hook you up with him. So, but all right, let's get into it.
I would love to have him on. I'd love
So
to have him on.
now, this is the second round, and it's going to be a lot of selections. We're going to go fast. So, Shane, you're on the clock. The 33rd pick belongs to the New York Jets. Who are the Jets selecting?
A new stadium.
So
Yeah,
the Jets,
a new field is more like it.
The
Yes.
Jets in the first round, they went edge with David Bailey here. They've got a few needs, but one guy that I see on the board that can help them out, not just on the offense, but in the special teams as well. I'm going to take Casey Concepcion here with the New York Jets. Get that receiver and that return threat kind of there to give them at least a weapon.
I like it. He wasn't selected by us in the first round, so I dig it. All right, Ben, you are on the clock. The second pick in the second round is the 34th belongs to the Arizona Cardinals. Who are the Cardinals selecting?
Well, I'm just going to say I tuned into the first round. I was listening to it earlier today. I think y'all nailed the first pick with Francis Manoa, man. Great player. I don't know his long-term future. There's a lot of questions about whether he'll be a tackle or a guard. But there's also the situation of, they don't have a great pass rush now. And I'm looking at a guy by the name of TJ Parker from Clemson. That's who I like here at this pick. They need to beef up both trenches, offense and on defense. And I like TJ Parker here.
I dig that pick, actually. And, Shane and I have gotten the privilege to see Parker play a couple times, and we wholeheartedly enjoyed the times that we watched him. All right, Snowman, we're going to go to you. The next pick the 35th pick belongs to the Tennessee Titans. Who are they selecting at that pick?
Somebody other than Cam Ward at quarterback.
I dig it. I can't stop laughing. I really can't stop laughing. I'm like, I got tears from laughing so hard. Somebody other than Cam Ward. I love it. That was the best answer.
I told you to beware. This is what we're doing on the show tomorrow. We're gonna have a little programming on Sunday in the morning tomorrow. First of all, it's gonna be 3 hours, 10 to 1. Second, we're gonna do our style of the NFL draft, which are all our hilarious picks. But the following Thursday is when we do our real mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
The Tennessee Titans. How about a return back to Houston as the Oilers.
I dig it. I miss the Oilers.
Yeah.
How about you tell the Texans, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back anymore? No. You know what you do? You know what the Titans do with their second round pick? You go to the city of Houston and say, look, we're going to switch the Texans for the Oilers. That's our pick. You don't have the Astrodome anymore. It's not in use. You got NRG Stadium. All right. Paint it in Columbia blue. Put the oil derrick in the middle, and that's that. There's my second.
I dig it. I'm like you. I do miss the Houston Oilers. I really do. You know, I mean, the great.
All right, let me be serious here. I don't know if he's going to make it to the second round, but linebacker is what I'm looking at, and I'm looking at Sonny Styles from Ohio State.
Ooh, he's a
hard hitter.
Yeah.
Hard hitter. Great lateral pursuit to the ball. He's a ball hawk when he needs to be, and they got to be in the. They have to. They have to shore up their linebacking core because their linebacking core, as well as their secondary, got shredded last year. So I am looking. Like I said, I don't know if he'll be available in the second round, but I am looking at Sonny Styles. I'm looking at Sonny Styles.
Yeah, he's already gone on our selection.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, we'll snatch him back there.
I dig it. All right. So now I'm going to do this one on the 36th pick. It's the Las Vegas Raiders. Now that they got
who we going to take on 35?
Yeah, who are you taking on 35?
Yeah.
All right, I got to be nice. Keith Abney, cornerback, Arizona State.
I like that.
I do actually like that. That's actually one of my. I dig it.
Well, you can't have him.
Well, the 36th pick, it does belong to Las Vegas Raiders. Look, you know, they got well, this is kind of weird, but now that they have Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cousins, they need help at the wide receiver. But the Raiders,
Kirk Two Chains Cousins.
Yeah,
the Raiders wasted a ton of money, even though it's essentially a 1 to 2 year contract, the same thing that the Atlanta Falcons did. But what the Falcons get from Kirk Two Chains Cousins? 500 yards in one game. That's it, and that's all. Then his knee blew out.
Yep. It's a sticky situation. Hey, thanks to Ben right here. This is us doing. This is who we're kind of also going off the PFS for our mock draft. We dig it. So my pick. This one's where I was kind of. It's a toss up. The Raiders, they need help everywhere. They literally need help on every front imaginable. But I think the Raiders, they're going to get I think they will get a mid-sized wide receiver who knows Fernando Mendoza's motions. I'm going to say Omar Cooper, the wide receiver out of Indiana, is the selection.
Ain't getting Omar Cooper. They ain't getting Omar Cooper.
Omar Cooper went 24 to Cleveland.
You know what? Omar Cooper does not belong in Cleveland because nothing good comes into or out of Cleveland.
I hope he falls in Miami at 30.
Just ask the Cleveland Cavaliers from 1989.
Brandon, can I kind of swoop this pick from you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, with getting a young quarterback in the draft, with Caden Proctor sitting right there as a tackle and as a need and as a young talent, I would pick him up at this pick with him still sitting there at 36.
All right,
that's
I like it.
Unreal pick right there. Crazy he fell that far.
Yeah.
He was listed. He's ranked at it. He was a first round pick. I mean, first round selection is what it's listed as for him. So I agree. How about that? I liked Omar, but you know what? There's so many good names out there.
Yep.
Oakland. Let's say Oakland. Wow. Vegas needs help in defense. How about DeMonte Capehart?
You said it right. Oakland.
How about DeMonte Capehart? I would say he's a defensive tackle out of Clemson. I take him in the second round. What do you think about that pick, Shane?
I like the Caden Proctor pick. I'm going with that on my board. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
The pick that you just said, I have one question because I had a chance to see Clemson play a lot. Can he stay healthy?
That has always been the question. That has been one of the biggest questions about Capehart is is his resilience? Is he can he last the
Is
entire
he
season?
is he going to have the mental to, and I got nothing against linemen. I played the position, but is he going to be able to stay healthy? That's the problem.
That's the big question out there.
And that's a big reach all the way in the second round, in my opinion, too.
It could be.
So, my understanding right that you have the Giants, Brandon picking DeMonte Capehart here.
No, I had the I had the Raiders picking DeMonte.
Oh well, I slipped in and stole.
Oh no, so I had the Giants. Sorry,
okay.
I have the Giants selecting DeMonte Capehart. Yes. So now we go back to the Houston Texans. Let's go
Oilers.
to you, Ben. The Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
Oilers, dagnabbit.
Who are they taking, Ben? And go ahead, man.
Who did y'all have them taking the first? I have it right here, and I forgot who it was.
Don't ask me to
find because that's what I'm going to base my decision. Because they need a running back.
Lee Hunter, defensive.
Boy, they need a running back.
Texas Tech. Price is still up there.
They need a running back.
Oh, that's right. Y'all had them solidifying that defensive line even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Houston needs a running back core. Badly.
What they need is an offensive line. And Emmanuel Pregnon sitting here is
which is the exact reason the Houston Texans will never advance past either the wild card or the division round, because by the time they get to the division round, they get socked in the mouth. Reason, their offensive line.
Yeah, so Emmanuel Pregnon sitting right there, a guy who, I think he's going to go first round, honestly. I think a lot of people have him mocked to Seattle, saying to the Pacific Northwest.
I don't.
He won't not. So
I don't.
Emmanuel Pregnon sitting there at 38, I think you got to take him.
And that's your selection. I dig that pick because, and it is going to be a stretch. Is he going to be there? It's the question.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to go to Snowman on this one. The 39th pick. It is the Cleveland Browns.
Pass. I don't want Cleveland. Give me a team I actually like, please.
I said, all right. So then we'll go to you, Shane. Who are the Cleveland? Who are they selecting?
I'll take Cleveland on this pick.
Keep in mind they've already taken Omar Cooper.
Yeah, Omar Cooper.
Omar Cooper should say, "Get me out of here."
and Freelings from Georgia. So they got a young tackle and they've got a weapon. They have some needs. Which one of them is guard? Yeah,
Shane.
Yeah.
Some
needs. Some needs, but there's great talent here. And
there is,
and one I think that is going to be a pick is going to be right here with Brandon Cisse from South Carolina, cornerback.
That's a good one.
They give him
I like that pick.
There.
I like that.
He's a lengthy kind of guy and athletic, so definitely could come into the league, especially with that team, and be a nickel guy kind of immediately. So that pick right there with him sitting, I like it.
I like that. That's a steal. I feel like that's a steal.
It is.
I really do because of how good he is. All right, so let's go. Let's stay more towards the western side. Now we're gonna go to the 40th pick. All right, and they belong to the Kansas City Chiefs. Snowman, who are they selecting as their 40th pick?
I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. I gotta make an adjustment here. With the 40th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech.
Ooh,
I like that.
That's also
6'4", 6'4", 330, very steady in the pass blocking. They have him listed as a guard, but I wouldn't be surprised if Andy Reid, if they select him, moves him to the tackle position, because you got to protect the quarterback that you're going to have in the interim, and you also got to protect Patrick Mahomes when he returns. So I have him selecting Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech.
I like that. The 41st pick belongs to the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm selecting, and this one, God, we go back to the fact that the Bengals, they haven't had a solid defense in I don't know how long. But I'm going to
since 1988 when they played Frisco in the Super Bowl. How about that?
That's it. I could say.
Or how about 1981 when they played Frisco in the Super Bowl? How about that one?
I mean, we're seeing a pattern right there. How about Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker out of Texas?
Yeah,
I'm definitely selecting him.
I like that. I
think that's going to be an absolute steal. I really do think that's going to be a steal on that one. It's going to be a good selection with him. All right, Shane, the 42nd pick does belong to an NFC South team, the New Orleans Saints. Who are they selecting?
I'll fix that for you. Get rid of the South Division and move everybody else everywhere. How about that?
It's going to be the Panthers division to run next year.
No, it won't be. No, it will not be.
But I definitely see with this guy falling the way he has, and the Saints desperately needing help on the defensive line, I'm going to go with Caden McDonald here out of Ohio State.
Yeah,
okay,
that's a good one.
Instant name, instant credibility, and instant help for the defense.
Like for the Falcons, but
instant starter.
Yes,
there you go, instant starter.
And that's two Ohio State teammates, by the way. They got Arvell Reese in the first. So
now we go to Ben's team. The 43rd pick is the Miami Dolphins. And I know Ben's biting at the bush.
Listen, man, I don't think there's any shot in the dark Emmanuel McNeil Warren makes it this far. But look, if he does, I'm not hesitating. I'm running to Michigan and saying, all right, Emmanuel McNeil Warren he's our guy. I'm running. If he turns out anywhere half as good as his, ex-Toledo teammate Quinyon Mitchell, he's going to be pretty good. So, yeah. Easy pick.
Yeah,
all right, Snowman.
With that need at defensive back for sure.
Yes. The 44th pick belongs to the New York Jets. Who are they getting as their 44th pick?
I'm surprised at number 44. They are selecting Malachi Fields from Notre Dame. Ooh. You need some hands. Period. Well, first you need a quarterback. We all know that much. But to get him ready, you need some hands. Malachi Fields fits the Bills.
The first.
Yep. Yeah, he went the first.
Yeah, he went the first.
Which is crazy. But
I still have Malachi Fields. That's who I got.
All right, Shane. The 40th pick. Really, Brandon? I'm not having a trouble time talking tonight. The 45th pick belongs to the Baltimore Ravens. Shane, who are they selecting?
The Colts. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Malachi went to New England. So
why?
Yeah.
Because Malachi Fields.
Yeah, he's off the board. Who else are we gonna go with?
How about Lee Hunter? You want to do Lee Hunter?
Lee Hunter went already. Yeah, he went to Houston.
Oh, got it.
Yes. That was the next person I was looking at.
If you want a receiver, Denzel Boston's still up there.
What about Zion Young? He's an edge out of Missouri. Let's do that. Zion Young, edge out of Missouri.
Zion Young.
Yeah, let's do
that. Time. I got the pick for you.
All right.
I got the pick for you. Riley Nowakowski out of Indiana. Tight end, fullback. That's a great combination. It helps establish their run game. Considering the fact that they need a fullback. You can't just give the ball to Derrick Henry all the time. Although the Titans and the Ravens have gotten away with it, what problem has Derrick Henry run into the last 2 years? Fumbling the football. You set him up, give the Riley Nowakowski in front of him.
I mean, that's a solid pick on that one. I actually agree. All right, so Shane, let's go to the 46th pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who are they selecting?
All right, so Buccaneers got a receiver in the first round, but I think here is going to be where you're going to see Zion Young go. They're going to get some help there with Hendrickson on the edge, and somebody that he can that Young can learn from. So I'm picking him here at that pick.
I like it. All right,
Zion Young went the pick before, so are we redoing? The Ravens were giving them the running back from India.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Ben, the 47th pick. It does belong to the Indianapolis Colts. Who are the Colts selecting?
Now, see, this is where my wife.
We're talking about
Tampa
Hamby?
Bay. We got
Yeah.
Tampa Bay at 46.
I thought we just selected, didn't we?
No.
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
did.
Zion,
You got
Yeah, we
Zion
did.
Young. So
Yeah, Zion Young.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
No, where are we at?
Let's see. First
We're in the
round,
47th.
y'all threw me for a loop when y'all took a player that was already taken. And now I got to change.
Hey, look,
everything.
I did it twice. I did it twice already while I've been up here. Okay.
Indy. Who did they take in the first?
Oh, I gotta see.
Fernando. I can't find them. Well, I will say this. I think they need another wide receiver to pair with Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce can't do it all by himself, and they traded away Michael Pittman. So I'm actually going to go Chris Brazzell here. I know y'all are going to think I'm crazy. You picking a Tennessee guy over a Bama guy? Yeah, I think Chris Brazzell winning, the Biletnikoff Award last year in college holds some weight, and I think they pair Alec Pierce with Chris Brazzell there.
I mean, I could see that absolutely, and I was you stole the words right out of my mouth. I was like, why are you choosing this guy over your guy? But I understand. So the 48th pick, it belongs to my team, the Atlanta Falcons, and we know the news today with Caleb McGarry retiring. I know they signed that guy that was the former guard for the Kansas City Chiefs, Taylor. I'm going to say Jennings Dunker, offensive tackle or guard, whatever you want to call him with Iowa, because he has the length, he has the arms, he is a solid blocker.
He has the hair too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
And the coffee intake.
He's got more hair than I do.
So that's who I'm selecting. All right, so now we go to the 49th pick, and that is your snowman, that it belongs to the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, jeez. Why do you keep giving me all these sucky teams, man? Why do you keep? See, I think this is BK's way to get even with me for all the jokes I've made since I've been appearing on this show for the past year and a half. Let me get serious. My pick for the Vikings will be center James Brockemeyer from Miami.
Ooh, and they need help there.
Solidify the offensive line so Paul Allen's drinking bill doesn't go through the roof again.
Absolutely, they need help. They really do need help.
They need help, and they need depth. They need help, and they need depth along the offensive line. So it's a stretch to take him in the second round. But considering the fact that the Vikings need the help, I'm looking at this guy, 6'3", 295. He's got the muscle. I mean, he's got the experience also. I mean, he played in the national championship game. But I got him. I got James Brockemeyer.
I like that. Ben, the 50th pick belongs to you. It goes to the Detroit Lions. Who are the Lions selecting with the 50th pick?
Yeah,
Barry Sanders. No.
Yeah. Again, I don't think this guy falls this far. But if he does, similar situation to Miami. You run up there with the card. Peter Woods. You don't even think twice about it. Next, moving on.
The 51st pick belongs to your team, Shane. The Carolina Panthers. Who are they selecting at the 51st pick?
Well, this is another situation where the Minnesota Vikings are ahead of us, and with the players on the board, since we're doing no trades, definitely they're getting all of what the Panthers' needs are and what's available, best of at this pick kind of deal. But a guy that I think could do good is another interior lineman coming from that defensive purebred there in Georgia with Christian Miller. Another great pick that falls this far. He's got great athleticism, so I like that pick here.
Wow, back-to-back defensive tackles. I like that.
Yeah. That just speaks the language right there. Absolutely. I like that. All right.
Christian Miller, Derek Brown, and Caleb Banks. Good luck stopping them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside out.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Inside out.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Snowman, 52nd pick belongs to the Green Bay Packers. Who are they selecting?
Really?
Yeah. I got to throw you in the loop once in a while.
Give me this camera.
All right, hang on. Let me go here.
He says Green Bay Packers, and I go, But in all seriousness, the Packers are going to have some trouble on the offensive line. So I have them selecting J.C. Davis out of Illinois.
That's a good pick. I mean, they need help. Jordan Love.
You need some length on the offense. You need some length on the offensive line. And J.C. Davis, third-ranked tackle, 6'5", 335, a senior. Man, start building with him and around him.
Absolutely, that's a good option there. I like that. And you got to give Jordan Love that help too, because you don't want to have another situation where he gets hurt. And then you're going to go, who's going to be our quarterback again? Because you don't have Malik Willis anymore. He plays for the Dolphins, so you don't want to have that opportunity.
You don't have, and Green Bay does not have, at least as far as I know, they don't have a sufficient backup at the quarterback position. So you have to protect Jordan Love. Yeah, Jordan Love must play all 17 games this year.
Absolutely. Speaking of quarterbacks, the 53rd pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna do a shot in the dark on this one, and I don't care if you guys are like, whoa, but I'm gonna, the Steelers. We don't know what's gonna happen with Ron. We don't know. We do not know. The Steelers need to think about the future. Exactly. The Steelers do need to think about the future for the quarterback. I'm gonna say Carson Beck gets selected at that pick. It's a safe bet. You never know. You don't know what Carson Beck you're gonna get.
No.
So I say Carson Beck goes to the Steelers.
No, I don't.
You were saying quarterback, and I thought, he's going to go Nussmeier.
No.
Nope.
Wow.
No.
That's something.
I got a shot. You know what, Brandon? I have a shot in the dark for you for the Pittsburgh Steelers. His name is Haynes King out of Georgia Tech.
So he is linked to a lot of select people have seen this too. He's linked to Atlanta. He's been linked to Atlanta. Obviously, Atlanta has a long, rich history of choosing some form of a Georgia or Georgia Tech offensive player. They've always done it. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
They need. Pittsburgh needs a playmaker at the quarterback position, and I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers fans. Ron ain't it. He's never been it.
I do not like Aaron Rodgers.
Ron. Listen. I would not have traded for Ron the moment he became available. I'd have put a big red X in front of his poster and said, no, we don't want him.
I agree. So let's go to you, Shane. The 54th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they need a lot of help in some way or another with the offense. So who are the Eagles selecting?
A guy that I'm surprised that fell this far down, kid out of tackle out of Arizona State, Max. I'm not going to butcher the last name at all, but I see them going offensive line here with Max still being on the board, a 30th pick that's falling all the way down to the mid-50s. Definitely going to go there.
Are you going to do what Ben said? You're going to run, don't walk to that podium, right? So it's a good steal. All right, so now we go to the 55th pick, and this is yours, Ben. It's the LA Go Chargers Go. Who are the Chargers selecting in the 55th pick?
Well, I think you got a couple really interesting things, a couple interesting directions you can go here. I mean, their defense was pretty good last year, but Khalil Mack is getting older. He's not going to be around forever. I actually like R. Mason Thomas here.
Yes.
Tuli Tuipulotu, I don't know. He kind of was just flash in the pan last year. It took him a while to kind of get up to speed in the league. I like R. Mason Thomas. If nothing else, you develop him behind a future Hall of Famer, and by second year, he's ready to go. So
that is a darn good pick. Boy, that's a good selection.
Love it.
Great need. Absolutely great need right there. Man. And I agree with you. I'm surprised he fell the way he did. All right, Shane, the 56th pick belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who are the Jags selecting at 56?
A guy here at 56 that I like and kind of fits what they need and what they're looking for. I'm going to go with Derek Moore here out of Michigan. Edge guy, but can be an interior type guy as well.
I can dig that.
So I'm going to go with Derek Moore here.
I like that. That's a solid pick. That really is. It's a safe pick. It's a safe bet. I dig it. Now the 57th pick belongs to the Chicago Bears. And since our guy Snowman is from that region, who are the Chicago Bears selecting?
Bo Stevens out of Iowa, 6'5", 315, interior lineman. Look at all the sacks that Caleb Williams took last year. Where did the bulk of them come from? The interior. You got to, if you're going to protect Caleb Williams like they supposedly are going to, you need somebody on the interior that's tall, that's lengthy, that's strong, and can fight off pass rushers. Bo Stevens is my guy.
You stole the words. I was going to say you got to go somewhere that range, and dadgum, you did it. Excellent. Love the pick. That's a good one. I was about to say you got to go somewhere that definitely needs the help. I dig it. All right. Now this one I had a hard time thinking of. It's the 58th pick. It belongs to the Niners.
Let me solve that one for you.
I was going to say Derek Moore out of Michigan, but I'm not going to do that. But how about Jalen Guillebeau, cornerback out of Texas? What do you think about that pick?
Where at? His name
is Jalen Guillebeau. I don't know how you say. I'm going to butcher his last name, but he's the cornerback out of Texas. The Niners, they have so many issues at cornerback. They really do.
We were beat up. We were beat up, especially in the secondary. Heck, if you followed any of my coverage of the 49ers, we lost half our team by week 4, week 5.
Yeah,
but the fellow I'm looking at is D'Angelo Pons out of Indiana.
Oh yeah,
that's a good cornerback. That's a good selection. Great cornerback. I like. He is 5'9", but there are some 5'9" out there.
Listen. Merton Hanks was barely 6 feet tall, and he went on to be a Niners Hall of Famer. Okay, Eric Wright, same thing. Dwight Hicks, same thing. The only thing that could hurt D'Angelo Pons is indeed his height, but he is quick. He is fast to the ball. He's a great route reader. That's the one thing I love about D'Angelo Pons. He can read routes so well. Oregon, you know this very well, don't you? First play of the game in the semifinal. I got the Niners picking D'Angelo Pons out of Indiana.
I dig that. I really do actually dig that. That's a good one. All right, then the 59th pick, it belongs to the Houston Texans. Shane, who are they selecting?
This is going to be another one of those moments that Ben has coined. They are running up to the podium with the pick of Jadarian Price out of Notre Dame.
I was going to say that.
But here's the question: why did he fall so low?
Do not look for this guy to fall this low.
I was about to say, why did he fall so low?
I'm going to say he's
you know why he fell that low and why he's going to fall. You know why he's going to fall that low? Everybody's going to overlook him.
Well, we're also not doing trades, so trades become a big part in the mock drafts.
That is a big thing right there. Yep.
So a lot of these teams that need running backs, this guy shouldn't last on the board this long, but he's there. Yeah. So I'm taking him right now with the need at running back.
I dig it. That's a
okay.
That's a steal. That
Brandon,
really
let me get the Rams next pick. I got a perfect pick for them. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to do the next one. It is the number 60th pick. It is the Chicago Bears. You know what? Snowman. That's your region. Who are the Chicago Bears selecting with the 60th pick?
He's going to put me through this again. Doggone you. He's going to do this to me again. I told you this is all the times that I picked on him and crashed his show and all the jokes that I made and all the sounds that I played in the past year and a half. He's getting even with me. My pick for the Bears would be Malik Muhammad out of Texas.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that a lot, actually. That's a really
Malik
good one,
Muhammad. Again, lateral movement. If you're playing the secondary, you're going to move laterally a lot. He does have great speed. It's going to take him a bit to really keep up with the elite receivers, but it's the lateral movement that you got to look for with your secondary. So, and in the divisional playoff against the Rams, what happened in overtime? The Bears got picked off over the top. They got beat over the top, which led to the game-winning field goal for the Rams. So if the Bears want to do something about that, Malik Muhammad from Texas is my selection.
I like it. All right, Ben, you have the 61st pick. 61st, really? That's a new number, 61st. 61st. It belongs to the LA Rams. Who are the Rams selecting?
You know, again, Caleb Lomu, if he's sitting right here, you got to take him. I don't think he's going to fall this far anyway. So, Rams fans, before you want to say, of course we're going to take Lomu right here. He's not going to fall this far anyway. Another guy I don't think will fall this far, but I think maybe could, is Anthony Hill Jr. Their linebackers are pretty good, but Nate Landman, I don't know. There's some rumors he may not stick around long term. I think Anthony Hill, honestly, I think he could go in the late first round. I love Anthony Hill. He's one of my.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
One of my favorite players in this entire draft, and I think the Rams.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Athletic sideline to sideline linebacker here, Anthony Hill.
I like that. I do dig that. All right, the 62nd pick belongs to the Denver Broncos. This one, I'm having a hard time. The Broncos, they don't need too much help. They do need help at the tight end position. I'm going to go Sam Roush. And we all know what remind me that Sean Payton. We know what Sean Payton does with tight ends. He's a really good developer.
Yep.
Give me Sam Roush, tight end out of Stanford, to go to the Denver Broncos. Shane, who do the Patriots get at 63rd?
The Patriots, they've got some options here in their 63rd pick, but they need some help on the defensive line.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with the kid that was solid out of Illinois, Gabe Jacas. Is a solid defensive lineman.
Good pick. Good pick.
So I definitely like him.
That's a Patriots pick if I've ever seen one.
Yes.
That can play all defensive line positions.
But
he's really Keon White.
Yes.
I got something for Brandon. You picked a tight end just a moment ago, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Then I have one for you. Then I have one who I've had my eyes on in my coverage of the Big 12. Look at the name Tanner Kojal out of Houston. 6'7", 250 pounds, long, lengthy, fast, and he can catch. He can also be used in the slot as a receiver as well as a blocking tight end.
And they need help at block. They do need help at block. Boy, do they ever need help at blocking tight end. I think that's just kind of the name of the game. A lot of teams, they need help at the blocking version of tight ends. I mean, you can have receiving tight ends left and right, up and down, whatever way you want possible. But when push comes to shove, if you have a good running back, you need to have a solid edge blocker in the tight end.
You know who else could steal Tanner Kojal? San Francisco.
Hey, yeah, that's a very real possibility.
San Francisco could. You listen, anybody who's followed the 49ers over the course of their history, not just the last few years, but over the course of their history, most of their picks have not been the picks that hit have not been first rounders.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the picks that hit have not been first rounders. Prime example, Joe Montana. He was a third rounder out of Notre Dame. They find, if you look deep in the draft, deep in the rough, that's where you will get most. That's where you get most of your diamonds. So don't be surprised if the Niners make a move for Tanner Kojal out of Houston, because Kittle's going to be 31 years old. He's coming off of an ACL injury. They need the depth at the tight end position, even though they did sign Jake Tonjes for another year. And I've got the feeling Tonjes is going to start the first couple of games while Kittle recovers. See, Brandon, that's your fault. But in all seriousness, Tanner Kojal could be a pick that could wind up in San Francisco.
I like it. All right, Shane, you have the final pick of the second round. Who are the Seahawks selecting?
Nobody. No, I'm kidding.
Definitely here with the Seahawks, definitely need help on the back end of the defense.
Yeah,
we know that their offense is settled in. I like a guy from LSU, Halsey here, kind of a safety nickel kind of guy
Yes.
that can come in and play for him and give him some good minutes as a rookie, be it on special teams or in that nickelback situation. So I'm going Halsey here with this last pick of the second round. And man, Snowman, we appreciate you coming on as always, man. You give us a few good laughs. The special effects, the special effects are always on point. But
My
man,
pleasure.
but before we go here, I want you to let everybody out there listening and watching kind of know where they can find you and kind of any special shout outs that you got.
Well, it's a pleasure always to be on with the Sportz Nutz. I appreciate you guys. You can find me youtube.com/@snowmanmultimedia. You can also find me snowmanmultimedia.com. Of course, I got the hit show Snowman in the Morning, 5 days a week, 10 a.m. We start our 3-hour slot beginning tomorrow, and there are going to be a lot of laughs with that. And of course, aside of shouting out my children, Samantha, Dakota, and Cheyenne, I must shout out the Mrs. Dr. K. She's the reason I'm still here.
Yes,
3.5 years removed from stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And if it wasn't for that pretty lady behind me who got me to the hospital where the blood clots started, I wouldn't be sitting here today. So she gets the biggest shout of all.
And we're happy that she did.
Absolutely.
We got to develop this lifelong friendship with you. Snowman, we're going to talk again. Hey, please, everybody, if you can, I know we have a lot of international people who watch and everything. Check out our guy, Snowman. He is elite. Hey, Snowman, I'm going to text you Tyler's information in just a few minutes. Sound good, sir?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Snowman, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Oh, man. See, it's always a hoot when we have Snowman. I love him. He's awesome. But, guys, this was such a fun episode. Oh, man. I got to say this, that I really, truly am blessed that we have all the people who tune in, all the guests that we've had. It really it means the most to us. But we do need your help, actually. We have a contest going on. Now, we've already got a few submissions that have come in, but we want more, Mike, because we love this kind of stuff. The Sportz Nutz is wanting to grow our segments. So what we need you to do, you can write a 1 or 2 paragraph summary of maybe 1 or 2 topics you think we should start covering permanently. Now, what you can do is you can email it to us at BrandonKeelerOnRadio@gmail.com. You can message us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Shane's social medias. You can message us on Ben's. You can message us on Matt's. Just don't expect a response out of Matt. But I have to say that every time, it was just funny. But you can do that. And what you do is you will get, if you are selected, you get an intro video that Matt creates for you for coming on the show. You get 1 or 2 short clips of your time on there, and you get forever be known as the person who helped the Sportz Nutz grow even more. You get to debate. I'm having a hard time talking today. Debate with me, with Shane, with Matt, and my guy Ben. I promise you guys, he is biting at that bullet. Look, he's at those hands. He's rubbing. He's biting at that bullet to debate with you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Please make sure you guys get your submissions into us before April the 26th. Thank you guys, and we wish you guys a ton of good luck. So here is what is upcoming on the docket. This one just broke this morning. Our guy, Abe Gordon, will be with us this Friday, which is it will be episode 215, April the 10th. Our guy, Abe Gordon of 92.9 The Game and the Abe TL Show will be joining us. We always have a good time with Abe. He's a great guy. We love him. And then episode 216 will be on Monday the 13th. Matt will be back. Yes. His time at Disney World will come to an end. And the most magical place on the earth will he has to come back to reality. I will let you guys know also we do have
snap back to reality.
Yes. That's right. So I will let everybody know also we have a very special guest who is coming on on the 1st of May. He is the former University of Hawaii president, Mr. Ben J. This came down actually just recently. Now, I have to also verify. I have to make sure that I get this again because I got to talk to him. Remember, we were supposed to have Fernando Mendoza come on the show. It would be for if we have him again, it would be for 10 minutes at max. There's no more than that. So I'm trying to get the actual. I will email his reps tonight to find out. But stay tuned because if we have Fernando Mendoza on, you best believe all four of us are going to be here like that because he is the Heisman Trophy winner. He is the national champion, and he is presumably the number 1 overall pick. So with that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, everybody who will tune in the coming days, we thank you guys. Seriously, we really do. Ben, give your final goodbyes, sir.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for joining tonight. As always, it's nothing but much love over here. And everybody just be safe out there and looking forward to the NFL draft. Make sure you get your popcorn out because there'll be some fun trades and there'll be some crazy things that happen. There will be. So probably from the Jets. So everybody just have a pleasant evening. God bless y'all. Take care.
I like how we call the Jets out. Man, the Jets, they got the short straw of everything. All right, Shane, give your final goodbye, sir.
Oh, yeah. Well, happy Masters Week, everybody. Par 3 contest was great today, but, man, look forward to watching some of it tomorrow and going down watching my nephews play a little bit of baseball there later on tomorrow evening there in Simpsonville. So definitely looking forward to that. But as always, man, we appreciate y'all letting us bend your ear for a little bit and just talk junk about sports in general. Enjoyed the mock draft. We got one more round, round 3 coming up. So definitely stay tuned for that. And man, as always, may the good Lord bless you. Peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, and bacon grease. Indeed. Hey, you guys, as I always tell you, peace up, A-Town down. Why it's the greatest sports city there always. Hey, you guys have a fantastic evening. If you're watching the Atlanta Hawks play the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to come down to the wire again. If Atlanta wins, they officially clinched no worse than the 6th position in the playoffs, which everybody knows means no play-in tournament. Hey, you guys enjoy this outro that Matt made. We will talk to you on Friday. Until then, be safe. Goodbye.